Are we looking at the camera now?
He's starting it.
And welcome into the broadcast. Another one for GCTV. My name's Liam, and this is Justin Sands. Apologies for the minor delay. We have our first of a doubleheader against St. John's in lacrosse. Girls lacrosse is happening right now. Later, you will see boys lacrosse taking on St. John's later in the broadcast.
And this Good Counsel girls lacrosse team is very confident in their ability to get the win today. They have been saying how they are ready to get back to their 6th straight WCAC championship, to get their 5th straight WCAC championship win. But with that being said, this St. John's team is no pushover either. They're some of the fiercest competition in this girls lacrosse WCAC division. So this is going to be a great game today.
Currently, the Good Counsel offense has the ball in the offensive zone. Right now in the hands of number 5, Caroline Campbell. Campbell makes a move. Moving in. Shot scores! Caroline Campbell starts off the scoring. The freshman starts it off here this afternoon in this WCAC semifinal. And with less than 2 minutes into the contest, Good Counsel has grabbed an early 1-0 lead.
And as we see here from the instant replay presented by Under Armour, what a goal. This has been all GC so far in the first couple minutes of this game. Pandora Na got the face-off, and then it's just been straight attack on the St. John's defense.
A great maneuver for the first goal. Pandora Na will meet at the front for the face-off. Referee getting things set. And the ball is up, and it'll be on the ground and picked up. It'll be St. John's control.
And this St. John's team knows that they need to be absolutely perfect in order to get the win today. Every time they get the ball, the bench is cheering very loudly, showing the support for their girls, trying to bring some momentum and maybe get an early lead.
In the hands now of Riley Kimmel. Moving into the center, that one's going to be knocked down and picked up by the goalie, Claire Hansen, for the Falcons. Now in the hands of Caroline Campbell, who had the goal earlier. Now here comes Amelia Campbell. Campbell finds an open, and that one's going to be pushed out. That was number 21, Reagan Lober. She was pushed out of the perimeter.
Lober was looking for the shot there, but great play by the defense.
This is number 6, Annabelle Walsh. Walsh going to try and make a move. Great defense by the St. John's. And that one's a good save by number 33, Lucy Johns. Committed to UVA next year.
Yeah, and these St. John's goalies are very good. Like you said, number 33, Lucy Johns with a save right there, going to UVA. And number 35, Leah Harper, going to Ohio State. Very impressive.
Now in the hands of number 19, Emery Gentle. And that one's going to be pushed away, and it will be still St. John's ball. Gentile with it. Finds an open receiver now in the hands of Riley Kimmel. Now at the top, Claire Shannon. Shannon going to try and make a move. Heavily guarded, pushing her way through. And flag has been thrown.
And the Yale commit there, carving her way through the Good Counsel defense to get a 8-meter. Let's see if she can convert.
Moving in, and that one's going to be rejected, and great defense by Good Counsel. Pandora now being one of the major contributors on that play.
Unfortunately, she just tried to get a little too cute there, tried to move around the defense, but she lost the ball, couldn't get the opening that she had in the beginning if she would have just taken the shot.
Now Juliet Nelson has it. Nelson at the top. waiting for something to happen.
Now, this good Counsel team is known for their amazing offense, but their defense has been so good that we don't even have to mention them. That's how good this defense has been.
Along the perimeter, St. John's with 24 seconds on the shot clock to go. And this one's going to be picked up in the middle by St. John's. Ball's loose. It will be St. John's ball, but they have very little time on the shot clock.
Great stuff there by Dana Judd.
And the whistle is blown on the shot clock. It'll be good Counsel ball. Great defense on that possession. Moving out now is Isabella Zamora. Zamora with speed finds Amelia Campbell. Campbell makes a move. Finds Lober. And now over to Caroline Campbell, the freshman. Good Counsel working it around the perimeter. Going to try and squeeze in and try and find another shot on goal. Here's Ashlyn Gallagher, the Oregon commit and captain for this good Counsel team. And about Walsh finds Gallagher, and that one's going to be easily saved by Johns. And looks like it'll be an 8-meter shot for Ashlyn Gallagher. Gallagher getting set. Moving in. Shot saved by Johns.
And this has been a common theme here in these good Counsel girls lacrosse games. There has not been a lot of 8-meter conversions from either side. So it's going to be interesting to see how that progresses as the game goes on.
St. John's now has it. Trying to get across midfield. Now in the hands of number 24, Annabelle Francis. And St. John's gets it across midfield. Nelson over to Kimmel. Kimmel waiting for reinforcements. Hands it over to Claire Shannon. Shannon with it now. Makes a move. Powering through. Round shot. It's in! Number 19, Emery Gentile, and the St. John's Cadets get on the board. It's tied 1-1. A little less than 5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
And that was a great move there by number 22, Claire Shannon, the Yale commit. She has been absolutely shifty today. There's no other way to put it. Skips through the defense, gets it into prime position for Emery Gentile to get in the slot and finish it. Way to go for the Cadets. 1-1. This is going to be a great game.
Pandora now meets Shea Wilson at the face-off dot.
And we've mentioned this in previous broadcasts, but Pandora is so strong. That's why you see her there being so dominant in the face-off spot. She can get from any angle and just overpower her opposition. And that's why Good Counsel's offense is so good, because they have so many chances to score.
Face-off getting set at midfield. It's up. Going to be grabbed by number 19, Emery Gentile. On the ground now. Picked up by Good Counsel.
And you just saw exactly what I was describing. Pandora getting that ball high up in the air. Unfortunately, it went to St. John's, but
now in the hands of Maher. Good Counsel once again getting the rotation set. Now Amber Bettis with it. Bettis down low for Gallagher. Gallagher making a lap around, and she's going to pass it over to Caroline Campbell. Things will still be set around. Lober with it. Moving in, shot. That one's going to be wide. Amber Bettis had a great shot angle. The USF commit couldn't find the back of the net.
She absolutely rifled that one in there, but unfortunately it was a little bit wide.
Lober with it. Now over to Campbell. That's not Caroline Campbell. That is Maher. And this one will be out of bounds.
See, the great thing about this Good Counsel girls lacrosse program is that the seniors are amazing, but the underclassmen and the juniors still really carry their weight. Sometimes you see with these big programs that their seniors are a majority of their team, but Good Counsel today, starting freshmen, starting sophomores, starting juniors, that just shows the dominance of the program that Coach Haight has been able to build, and he brings them up through the ranks through his club program, and that has been such a big part of Good Counsel's success.
Moving in is Annabelle Walsh. Scores! Powering through the middle of the zone. And Good Counsel now up 2-1. As that was a powerful goal, as you see by the Under Armour replay. A great shot from Walsh.
Yeah, and the Denver commit showed out on senior night, one of the last broadcasts we did. She has been amazing so far this season, and she's showing it again, coming up big right there.
Na and Wilson will meet at the dot once again.
And while we're waiting for the face-off, let's go to the keys to the game. Oh, never mind. There's some technical difficulties here. We're going to go right back off to the face-off, and St. John's gets it. Now running down is number 14, Kate Lutz.
St. John's are going to tie this game back up. Now in the hands of Emery Gentile. Gentile gets fouled. It'll be St. John's ball.
Gentile hits the deck hard there, but she pops right back up. We'd love to see it.
Gentile with it. Hands it over to Kimmel. Kimmel guarded by number 23, Isabel Zamora. Kimmel at the top. Finds number 22, Claire Shannon. Shannon with it, trying to make a move. Keeps possession. Makes a lap around the perimeter. Hands it over to Kimmel. Kimmel trying to make a move. She can't. She's forced back around. Great defense by Zamora. Now at the top, Juliet Nelson.
Yeah, number 22, Claire Shannon, has really been the fuel for this offense so far. She has been making everything happen for them.
Shot save. Great save by Claire Hansen. She's committed to Fairfield. And the Falcons will get the ball back. Hansen tosses this one up to Delgadio. Delgadio over to Lober. Lober with speed, trying to make a move. Powering through. Shots easily picked up by Johns.
And Lober, what a great move to get away from the defense there, making that great run and getting the 8-meter. And now we will head to our keys of the game. And so today for St. John's, as a save for the St. John's goalie, they got to take advantage. All of their chances need to be goals. This Good Counsel offense is absolutely dangerous, and this defense doesn't give up too much, so they have to really lock in on that. They also
moving in scores. Sorry to interrupt you. Amber Bettis, the junior, the USF commit, scores, and now it's 3-1. Now back to the keys of the game.
And like I was mentioning, they can't have any turnovers. Right there, they got the ball back, but they turned it back over, and Amber Bettis was able to capitalize on the good positioning. So lastly, they have to lock down, and I think that's what the coach is trying to do right here. They're starting to lose a little composure, but the coach is bringing them in for a timeout, talking some sense into them, and then hopefully they'll be good to go after this. Now, moving on to the Good Counsel keys of the game. Good Counsel has to attack the defense. They've been doing a great job of that so far, but they just have to keep on going. They can't get complacent. They have an early lead, but they got to keep on moving because this St. John's team is good. Like I was just saying, they have to score and repeat. They've done that 3 times so far, but as you know, these games are high scoring. 3 goals won't be enough to win. Now, lastly, the 8-meter shots. We were just mentioning that so far they have not scored 2 out of their 2 8-meter shots. they have to get better with that. That's been a constant struggle for this team. This team is great at shooting in the open play, but for some reason, when it gets to the 8-meter, it's hard to capitalize. But we'll see if they can keep going. And while they're taking a timeout, we will also be taking a timeout. So we will see you when we come back.
Good Counsel is home to anyone. You know, that you will feel embraced. You will feel part of a community from day one, even before school starts. You know, they put so much time and energy into making you feel as part of the community.
When kids come here, to know that they're not just loved and nurtured by their family, but by other people, you know, God's family. I think if you're in a position to give and you know that you can help other families become Falcon families and give the good counsel education to their children, well, that's a good thing to give towards. You know, education changes people, makes better people, makes better citizens.
You know, I know our children have been extremely blessed by so many people that have contributed to their experience and their time here.
Whatever.
And welcome back into the broadcast. The draw getting set for Good Counsel and St. John's. I'm Liam Clark. Justin Sands, our color reporter today.
Yeah, and we just went over the keys to the game for both teams. And so now we have to see how St. John's does the keys of the game really lock down. They were doing a great job, tied the game at 1-1, but so far they've let up 2 unanswered goals. And this Good Counsel team looks like they're going to just keep on pushing. Let's see if they can really lock down and get the ball and maybe score.
Gallagher with it. Tries to find number 6, Annabelle Walsh. And a great pitch back by number 6, Shea Wilson, but it will be Good Counsel ball. Walsh with it. .20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Moving in was Gallagher. Oh, that's a great shot off the post. Behind the back shot by, it was number 6, Annabelle Walsh. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Your Falcons 3, St. John's Cadets 1. We will be back after these messages.
I feel the energy of Good Counsel's Zavarian community. Here, I learn to excel, serve, and love through friendships that support me and academics that challenge me. My voice finds expression in ways I never imagined. Whether I'm singing in chorus, playing trumpet, or exploring visual arts, creativity flows through every corner of this place. Faith shapes my daily experience. Through Mass, prayer, and retreats, I discover how Zavarian values guide my leadership and deepen my compassion for others. The Riken program gave me exactly what I needed. Small groups and varied teaching styles helped me master core subjects while staying motivated and confident. Our nationally recognized STEM program puts innovation in my hands. I design, build, and problem solve with cutting-edge technology that prepares me for tomorrow's challenges. Athletics here push me to be my best. When our teamwork pays off in that perfect moment, the pride we share makes every practice worth it. This is Good Counsel. This is where I belong.
And welcome back into the broadcast. Another one for GCTV here at the start of the second quarter. Justin, what do you think the St. John's Cadets need to do to get back in this game? I know it's only a 2-goal deficit, but a 2-goal deficit could turn into a massive one. What do you think they need to do to stay in this game against this powerhouse Counsel offense?
Yeah, well, first, this opening draw possession is huge. The fact that Good Counsel got it and they're able to really set the tone for this quarter is a big factor. I know this sounds a little simple, but they really just need to score and not let that happen. Looks like
that goal is going to be called back.
Yeah, they need to convert on their offensive opportunities because, like I said, Pandora is great at the draw, and they might not get a lot of opportunities.
Maher for the 8-meter shot. Getting ready.
This is GC's third 8-meter shot. They have not converted yet so far.
Moving in, shot scores! She redeems herself on that one. And the Falcons leading now 4-1.
What a laser. Straight to the top left, as we see by the replay presented to you by Under Armour. That was an absolute laser. What a shot there.
And the Falcons now lead 4-1 as they're heading back to the draw. Great shot by Mason Maher, the junior. She's committed to Denver. She still does have one more year here at Good Counsel. Pandora now another junior on this Good Counsel squad. Getting ready on the draw against Shea Wilson.
And these seniors are dominant, but these juniors are ready to step up.
This one relatively short on the face-off. Ball still on the ground. 2 girls fall. It'll be picked up by Good Counsel, though. Josephine Kemp with it. Josie Kemp finds an open receiver. That's Amber Bettis. She has one of the goals today. Good Counsel making a move in. Walsh, she'll send that one out of bounds. It'll be picked up by Good Counsel, though.
Annabelle Walsh just does such a good job of finding the right positions to be in. She made herself available for her teammate there, and now she followed through the contact. They got her the 8-meter. Let's see if she can convert.
Walsh getting set, scores! Wow, what a shot! Annabelle Walsh now has her second goal on the day, and the Falcons are now 2 for 4 on their 8-meter shots and lead 5-1.
Yeah, and it looks like coming out of the break, Coach Haight might have said to his attackers, hey, on these 8 meters, just shoot. They really want to test the goalie here because before, on the first 2 8 meters, they tried getting a little cute. They tried making a move. It didn't work. But on these last 2, they shot directly from the 8-meter spot, and they both went in. Looks like testing the goalie has paid off.
If you're just joining us, I'm Liam Clark. That was Justin Sands. Falcons now lead 5-1. 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pandora Na and Shea Wilson meet at the draw dot once again. This one is up. And this one's going to be on the ground, but picked up by Na. But it will be St. John's ball as Pandora Na couldn't hold on to it enough to go or to stay in bounds. And the Cadets will run away with it.
And this will be a big possession for the Cadets because it's been very hard to get the ball off of the draw because Pandora has just been so dominant so far. And they're down 5-1 right now. They need to capitalize. This is what we've been saying the whole game. They might not get a lot of opportunities, but when they get them, they need to score.
Now in the hands of Juliet Nelson. Or not Juliet Nelson, that's Claire Shannon.
Yeah, and they got to look to her here, make something happen. That's what happened in the first goal. She got the ball, made something happen, and found her teammate.
Now to the top, Gentile. Now over to number 14, Kate Lutz. And this one possibly will go out of bounds, but it'll still be St. John's ball. Great move by Shea Wilson. And 2 girls fall. And Josie Kemp, or Jana Judd, sorry, will come out with it. And the Falcons, another great defensive possession. Whistle blown. Claire Hansen getting ready. Almost intercepted. A great play by Grace Haley. But the Good Counsel Falcons prevail, and Maher now with it. Making her way around. Moving in. That'll possibly be an 8-meter shot. It was inside the second crease. And it will be.
And a yellow card. Wow, that will hurt for the Cadets. They're already down 4. Now they're down 1. That's going to be really difficult for them to get back in this game, especially if Good Counsel can convert this 8-meter here. The first 2 they missed, the second 2 they made, they're on a roll.
Getting set. Moving in. That one's going to be saved by Johns. A good shot by Amber Bettis, looking for her second goal on the day. This one defended almost offensively. Scores! A great offensive pressure by Ashlyn Gallagher. And she has a goal. The senior committed to Oregon, and one of the leaders on this Falcons squad makes it down 6-1.
Yeah, and Ashlyn Gallagher has just been such a dominant force this season. Ashlyn Gallagher alongside Annabelle Walsh, just the duo, the dynamic duo for this Good Counsel Lacrosse program. They will be missed next year when they graduate. Actually, today was the seniors' last day at Good Counsel, so we want to give a shout-out to all the seniors on this team and all the seniors all over the school for getting through the year. And, yeah, what a way to cap off the seniors' last day for a Good Counsel versus St. John's doubleheader.
And including you, senior. Congratulations, bud.
Thank you. Yeah, this is going to be such a great day for lacrosse.
The draw getting set back up. And a new face, Annabelle Francis on the draw. It will be Falcons ball. I'm going to pick it up is Josie Kemp.
And you notice on that last 8-meter there, she ran in instead of just shooting directly from the spot. Every time Good Counsels ran in so far, they haven't scored, but when they shot directly from the spot, they have. So let's see if that trend continues going forward.
Kemp has it as the whistle was blown. It'll still be Falcon ball. Now with it is Bettis. Gallagher now has it. Ashlyn Gallagher with the latest goal. Gonna make a move. Shot, scores! Amber Bettis, her second goal of the game. And the Falcons piling it on now, 7-1, as we have a little less than 8 minutes left to go here in the second quarter here at Dansell Field Klein Stadium.
And Amber Bettis does a great job running into the slot. And we can't forget the assist by Ashlyn Gallagher. Found her, put the ball directly where it needed to go, and then Amber Bettis, ice in her veins, converted. Great play. Now, Good Counsel is starting to run away with it here. St. John's, this is a perfect opportunity for them to get the draw. These draws are absolutely destroying them because they haven't been able to get the ball in order to score. You can't score if you don't have the ball. It's that simple.
Annabelle Francis and Pandora Na meeting back up at the draw dot. This one's going to be won by St. John's, but pickpocketed by Good Counsel. And Josie Kemp will get the Falcons started right back up where they started. Moving in, and that'll possibly be another 8-meter shot for Good Counsel. They're 2 for 5 on the day.
And they finally got the ball off of the draw, and then they turned it over. That is destroying them. They can't turn the ball over when they have a chance like that.
Bettis looking for her third goal. Rips it, and that one's going to be shot wide of the net. Picked up by Maher.
Yeah, so running in didn't work for her the first time, and then she tried shooting in. That, unfortunately, was off the mark.
Kemp finds Walsh. Walsh with it now. A shot. That one's almost sneaks by. A great shot. Caroline Campbell looking for her second goal. And Gallagher still has it for Good Counsel with 60 seconds, plenty of time on the possession clock. This one almost lost by Good Counsel, but Maher was there.
And this Good Counsel team is just so good at the fundamentals. Every ground ball they get to and they pick it up. You can't teach that. And that's such a great job by Coach Haight, starting them from a young age, working on these fundamentals.
Lober's shot goes wide. St. John's waiting for some reinforcements to come in as they have 33 seconds on the shot clock for Good Counsel. And Reagan Lober looks like she has now an 8-meter shot. The seventh one, I should say, for the Falcons. Lober getting ready. Rip scores! Reagan Lober now makes it 8-1. And as we go to instant replay, brought to you by Under Armour. That was just a great shot off rip from the 8-meter shot.
Yeah, she takes a couple steps in there and absolutely rifles one into the goal. Unfortunately, as a goalie there's not much you can do. That was a great place shot. Really hard, really close. So it's unfortunate the goalie's been kind of picked on because there's just been so many 8 meters. 3 of Good Counsel's 8 goals have come from 8 meters, and they have let up 7 8-meter shots. And that is just demoralizing. As soon as the defense gets in some sort of a rhythm, the ref calls an 8-meter, and it's just back to another perfect goal-scoring opportunity for the Falcons, and that just can't happen.
Pandora Knob for the Falcons getting ready once again at the dot. Another new face at the dot, that was Claire Shannon, committed to Yale University. And it'll be still Falcons ball, not that much of a positive feedback from the St. John's bench.
Yeah, St. John's was not happy there. Maybe they were looking at a push, but unfortunately Pandora is just that strong. I don't think she was pushing her.
This one is going to be picked around behind the net. Still on the ground. Whistle blown. It'll be Good Counsel ball with 62 seconds on the shot clock. In the hands of Gallagher now behind the net, telling where her teammates to go to find an open lane. Gallagher trying to make a move. Powering her way through. She loses the ball, though. It'll be, once again, another 8-meter shot. The 8th one now for Good Counsel.
Yeah, and that was good defense right there by St. John's. They weren't giving them anything, great coverage, and then unfortunately they give up the 8-meter.
Gallagher, her first 8-meter. Moving in, scores! A ground ball and in. And now 4 for 8. The Falcons are on their 8-meter shots, and 4 of the 9 goals have come from 8-meter shots. And that just shows how much productivity you can get from the close range.
Yeah, we mentioned the 8 meters as part of the keys to the game for Good Counsel. They've been doing a great job of capitalizing on them. In the beginning, not so much, but they have really bounced back, going 500 in the 8-meter shots. And Good Counsel, like we just mentioned, has 8 8-meter shots compared to St. John's' 1. St. John's has not been getting close to the goalie at all, and the only time they were really able to get close, the only 2 times, one was a goal and one was an 8-meter. So they really just have to get the ball. They just haven't had possession.
Pandora Na and Claire Shannon at the dot. It'll be Good Counsel ball once again, just dominant at the face-off dot, or draw dot today.
Yeah, these penalties have been really killing St. John's. As soon as they get some sort of momentum or some sort of break, they either have a penalty or a turnover, and you just can't win games like that.
Josie Kep with it now, hands it to Lober. Lober, great passing to Maher. Maher's shot, that one's going to be tipped away by Lucy Johns. And the Cadets going to try and generate some offense. Shea Wilson spin move. She'll get it out. Pickpocketed. And Reagan Lober now on a fast break with her team. Gallagher moving in. And that'll possibly draw a penalty. And it won't be a penalty. Looks like Cadets will have ball control.
Yeah, and Lober there looking like your favorite NFL DB, breaking in on the pass and getting the pick. Unfortunately, wasn't a pick six, though, as the defender unfortunately got trucked, which is not allowed in girls lacrosse. So, Cadets ball.
This one's going to be ripped to almost past midfield. It is past midfield. Now in the hands of Harper Smith. Smith finds Lutz. Kate Lutz passes it over to Grace Haley. Cadets going to try and gain some momentum from this possession. Moving in. Shot save! A great save! That's Katrina Patrikis in net tonight. But it'll still be Cadets ball as they are continuing this pressure. And looks like it's going to be an 8-meter shot.
And this is what St. John's has needed the entire game. Their engine, number 22, Claire Shannon, got them the opportunity, brought it back around. Now let's see if they can convert this 8-meter from the shooting space. Great offensive possession there from the Cadets.
Here's Kimmel. Moving in. Great defense by the Falcons. And looks like it'll be another 8-meter for Riley Kimmel.
Looks like the defense was a little too good there.
I don't think you can ever have too good defense.
Well, Pandora's trying. She's playing her heart out.
That one shot scores! Riley Kimmel and the Cadets trying to gain some momentum. That was a great possession time. They had a lot of time in the zone. And we're going to go to instant replay on that 8-meter shot.
Yeah, and there's not much the goalie can do there. She rifled that one up high, and St. John's really needed that. The bench was very loud early on, got a little quiet. Now they're starting to get some of their mojo back, and that whole possession was brought to you by number 22, Claire Shannon, the Yale commit. She was running around trying to get a good opportunity to score. She carved through the defense, got the ball in a good position. Unfortunately, she got stopped, but then she passed it out, and then they got the shooting space. So she also was the contributor to the first goal, getting the assist. So St. John's has to keep feeding her whenever they get the ball. But unfortunately, they just haven't been able to get the ball. When they do, they can make good things happen like that.
Shannon with it on the draw dot with Pandora Nah. This one pops up. It's going to be picked up by Riley Kimmel. She's also been a great contributor on offense this game. Automatically swarmed by Falcons, but she'll make her way out with speed.
Wow, that was very impressive there. She got out of the way, dodged probably like 4 or 5 people, and looks like there may have been a card against Good Counsel.
Kimmel with it now.
Yeah, there was a yellow card for slashing, I think, against the Falcons. So, unfortunately, Good Counsel will be one down here. Now, this is a prime position for St. John's to get the ball and to score. They just scored on the last possession, and now they finally have the ball in the Good Counsel zone, especially one man down.
Cadets have it in the zone. Shannon with it. A huge fuel for the Cadets offense today. Centering shot. It's in! Number 23, Juliet Nelson. And Juliet Nelson, and it's now 9-3. The Cadets making an offensive surge here late in the second quarter.
Yeah, this is what St. John's really had to do. As they got the ball twice in the offensive zone, and then they capitalized both times. And St. John's offense has been playing fairly well this game. Unfortunately, the thing is, off the draws, they just have not been able to get the ball. Once they get the ball, they can get into position and score, but they just haven't been able to. But the last couple possessions, they were able to get the ball, they were able to get into a position to score, and then they capitalized, and that's exactly what they need to do.
Thank you, Justin. That's Justin Sands. I'm Liam Clark if you're just tuning in. The Cadets with the latest 2 goals. One by Claire Shannon, and the other by Riley Kimmel off an 8-meter shot. And this one's going to be picked up by... It's going to be still on the ground, actually. And a whistle blown as things are getting situated. Looks like it's going to be a yellow card on the Cadets. On number 6, Shea Wilson.
Yeah, and let's see how good Counsel responds here by 2 straight goals from St. John's. I mean, they still have a comfortable 6-goal lead. They've tripled their score. It's 9-3, but they can't let this game start going in St. John's' favor. They should kill their momentum.
Moving in was number 6, Annabelle Walsh, looking for her 3rd goal, but it's going to be an 8-meter shot once again. Walsh with it, getting set, rips it, scores! Wow! Rifles that one in, and the 3rd goal for Annabelle Walsh, the Denver commit, and a hat trick.
And that was absolutely disgusting from Annabelle Walsh. She just lined that up. If you watched her before that 8-meter, you could see her stick swinging in the air, looking like she was ready to line up a fastball. Shout out Good Counsel Baseball. If you haven't watched that, watch her last broadcast, the semifinals. But she was ready. She absolutely rifled that one into the top, and she has been great so far. That is her 3rd goal of the game, hat trick in such an important game. She has scored as much as the entire St. John's team.
And if you love the lacrosse content, we'll have a doubleheader. The boys game, another one against St. John's, coming up after this girls matchup, both semifinal games. The 1-seeded St. John's boys Cadets will be taking on the 2-seeded Good Counsel Falcons, as Josie Kemp has it now for the Falcons. Moving in, shot save, a great save, Lucy Johns. And the Cadets looking to gain possession and some momentum while they're at it. Cadets moving into their offensive zone as they have 30 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. Shannon with it now. A great centering pass, and that'll be Harper Smith. She falls down. It'll be another 8-meter for the Cadets. Harper Smith, the George Mason commit.
Yeah, and Dana Judd saw Harper Smith right in front of the goal and said, absolutely no way am I letting her shoot this. Got her, illegally, I might add, but got her to not shoot it, and she got the 8-meter.
Smith with it, getting ready. Rips it, scores! And some more momentum for the Cadets. Harper Smith. And now it's 10-4. Falcons still up by 6. 17 seconds left to go in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, and I have to give some credit to the Cadets here. They have really brought this game back into reach. I mean, their offense has been doing such a stellar job. Like we mentioned earlier in the game, this is some of the toughest competition the WCAC women's lacrosse has to offer. These are 2 of the premier programs in this conference, and I was honestly quite shocked in the beginning of the game about how much of a blowout it was. But now that they're getting the ball, this has become very competitive very quickly.
17 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Picked up Josie Kemp, 10 seconds now. They're going to try and speed run this. Kemp finds Caroline Campbell. Campbell moving in. Shot wide, and that'll be the end of the first half.
And now that's halftime, let's take a trip into Coach Haight's trophy room. Coach Haight is a 14-time WCAC champion. He has 13 nationally ranked seasons. He has 20 Coach of the Year awards. And in 2011, he won the Washington Post All-Met Coach of the Year. And he also has 25 years of head coach. Now, Coach Haight is looking to clean off one more spot on his trophy cabinet this season because he is looking to get the 5th straight WCAC championship in a row for this dominant program. And now we are at the halftime break, so we will see you back after this.
Fantastic.
Good counsel is home to anyone. You know, that you will feel embraced. You will feel part of a community from day one, even before school starts. You know, they put so much time and energy into making you feel as part of the community.
When kids come here, to know that they're not just loved and nurtured by their family, but by other people, you know, God's family. I think if you're in a position to give and you know that you can help other families become Falcon families and give the good counsel education to their children, well, that's a good thing to give towards. You know, education changes people, makes better people, makes better citizens.
You know, I know our children have been extremely blessed by so many people that have contributed to their experience and their time here.
Whatever you can give, you may think is small, but every dollar does count when it comes to providing a great education for our kids.
The outcomes outweigh the cost tremendously. When you see the smile, when you see
The grades,
when you see the relationships.
Not only focusing on academics, but service, community, continuing to grow their faith.
We need good counsel to continue to do the great things that they've been doing and to benefit more kids in the community. By giving is how we can do that.
Walking these halls, I feel the energy of Good Counsel's Zavarian community. Here, I learn to excel, serve, and love through friendships that support me and academics that challenge me. My voice finds expression in ways I never imagined. Whether I'm singing in chorus, playing trumpet, or exploring visual arts, creativity flows through every corner of this place. Faith shapes my daily experience. Through Mass, prayer, and retreats, I discover how Zavarian values guide my leadership and deepen my compassion for others. The Riken program gave me exactly what I needed. Small groups and varied teaching styles helped me master core subjects while staying motivated and confident. Our nationally recognized STEM program puts innovation in my hands. I design, build, and problem solve with cutting-edge technology that prepares me for tomorrow's challenges. Athletics here push me to be my best. When our teamwork pays off in that perfect moment, the pride we share makes every practice worth it. This is Good Counsel, This is where I belong.
And welcome back into the broadcast, the start of the second half and the third quarter. I'm Liam Clark, this is Justin Sands. If you are tuning in with us, we still have a full half of lacrosse to go, as this one is going to be won by Riley Kimmel and the St. John's Cadets.
Yeah, Riley Kimmel has done a great job of bouncing back in the face-off. St. John's, I believe, has gotten the last 2 or the last 3 face-offs, and so that has really helped them get back into this game. Like we mentioned before, draws are such a big part of lacrosse because if you don't win the draw, it's very hard to get possession against good teams like Good Counsel.
Cadets with it. Oh, that's going to be stolen. Josie Kemp and the Falcons hand it over to Claire Hansen, who's now in net for the Falcons. And with speed, Del Gandio gets out. And Lober now with it, moving in. And that one's going to be shot wide of Lucy Jones, the UVA commit. Falcons still having it set. Less than 11 minutes to go. Lots of time to go in the first part of this second half. Amber Bettis has it now. Bettis trying to make a move. And now with Gallagher. Gallagher has it. And this one will roll into the hands of Lober. She can't pick it up. And a girl falls. That'll be St. John's ball. That was number 14, Kate Lutz. Hopefully she's okay. Seems they got off moderately quickly. And stolen by Good Counsel. And now here comes Lober.
Dana Judd with the great interception, getting it up to Lober.
Reagan Lober now, the sophomore, hands it over to Mason Marr, the junior, and Denver commit as the whistle is blown. Possibly a shot clock issue. It'll be Falcons ball, Maher on the outside of the first perimeter. Moving in, and that was Caroline Campbell. She had the first goal of the night. Gallagher loses the ball as she was centering. It'll be now an 8-meter shot for Ashlyn Gallagher. This will be her second 8-meter shot, and possibly, if she gets this one, a hat trick for the senior captain headed to Oregon next year. Moving in, and that one's going to be easily picked up out of the air. Lucy Johns, a great save. Good Counsel with the press. That was on number 20.
Yeah, this Good Counsel team plays very physical, but so far the refs have not been awarding that physicality. They have been very locked down.
Moving in are the Cadets as they get things set in the offensive zone. This is number 14, Kate Lutz, and now into the hands of Grace Haley. Now at the top, number 23, Nelson. Juliet Nelson has it. Nelson trying to make a move, heavily guarded. Moving in, this one's going to be picked up out of the air. But St. John's continues to have it as Shea Wilson falls.
Nelson was doing a great job there of being patient and waiting for the defense to make a mistake. But Good Counsel just didn't make a mistake. And then she realized she had to start making a move and then forced a pass in the middle where it was intercepted.
Falcons have it now. 2 straight slashes from the Cadets defense. And now Isabella Zamora has it. Zamora hands it over to Gallagher. Gallagher over to Campbell. Campbell tries a wraparound, and she is forced back. Great defense.
Great job by Campbell there to not step into the crease. It's very tempting from that angle, and that would have been the natural step for her, but great field awareness.
Lober trying to make a move, and she's forced to pass. Campbell over to Bettis. Bettis moving in, tries to bounce it off the ground and in, but it goes out and picked up by Amelia Campbell, the sophomore.
And that was elite passing there from Good Counsel. Great ball movement.
Gallagher makes a move. That one's not going to count. It will be St. John's ball.
Yeah, that was a really unfortunate play there. The penalty was somewhat away from the play. That goal would have probably happened without it. So that's a real shame.
Julia Nelson with it as the whistle is blown once again. Waiting to get things set. Nelson. She has one of the goals tonight for the Cadets, one of the 4. Stretch pass over. And the Cadets have it now in the offensive zone. That was number 14, Kate Lutz.
Yeah, great find there by Nelson.
Shannon at the top. Over to Kimmel. Kimmel guarded heavily by Zamora. At the top, moving into the centering pass. Lutz is forced out to the outside of the perimeter. It'll be Falcons ball after the slip-up.
Yeah, Good Counsel did a great job there of putting pressure on the St. John's attack when they got close to the goal. Unfortunately, St. John's could not keep their heads up, or else they would have found a wide-open player.
Gallagher with it now in a quick offensive zone. Oh, that one's going to be shot high. That was Amelia Campbell. And the Falcons were looking to add to their lead. Quick moving, third quarter, as we only have 5.5 minutes to go. Stay tuned on the channel. We have our boys lacrosse taking on St. John's. Boys lacrosse was ranked number 2 in the WCAC standings, and number 1 was PVI, and number 3 was the St. John's Cadets. So we'll see that game after this one commences.
Good Counsel being patient here. They're not forcing anything, but the St. John's team is also giving some pretty good defense considering how good of ball movement Good Counsel has been doing.
Moving in, that's Amelia Campbell. Campbell shot, scores! Amelia Campbell gets her first goal of the day, and now it's 11-4 in favor of the Falcons. We're going to go to instant replay on that one once again.
Yeah, that goal has been coming. What a fake shot there by Amelia Campbell. She had the defender thinking she was going one way, faked the shot, went back, came back, and then absolutely rifled that one into the top corner. Great play.
Falcons now up by 7, less than 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
And that's an example of an underclassman stepping up. Amelia Campbell, the sophomore, stopping the St. John's momentum and extending the lead a little bit. That just shows you how ready these underclassmen and juniors are when these seniors leave, even though these seniors will be greatly missed.
This one up, it's going to be a false draw. And it's going to be Cadets ball. Hopefully some momentum for St. John's as they try to claw their way back into this game. Great power move. That was number 19, Emery Gentile. She had the first goal for the Cadets today, as this one is going to be a penalty call against the Falcons, against Dana Judd, a senior captain. Cadets have it still along the perimeter in the hands of Kimmel. Another goal scorer for the Cadets. Shannon, a great move. She'll be forced out to the back. Now Shea Wilson has it. Moving in with a shot. That one's going to be pickpocketed, and here come the Falcons. A great play. Josie Kemp, the Army commit. She'll lose it, though, but it will be still Falcons' ball as a penalty was called. Claire Shannon was the one on the steal from Yale University, or going to Yale University next year.
And St. John's hasn't really subbed that much this game. Their bench is a little stagnant, even though they have been cheering on their team, but that was mostly in the first quarter. They've been pretty quiet so far. Maybe St. John's is looking to get the bench involved a little bit. I know they have some good players on there. Maybe bring on a super sub to bring a spark to this team, because right now they need it.
Lober with it after picking it up. Reagan Lober with power moving in. Hands it over. That one's too hot to handle for Mayer. And now here comes Caroline Campbell, the first goal scorer of the afternoon for the Falcons.
See, that was unfortunate there for the Falcons. They had two people making the same exact great run, so the ball got a little lost, and they weren't, unfortunately, unable to make the catch.
Moving in, save taken out of the air. Lucy Johns, a great save. Even though she has let in 11 goals, she's had some very highlight reel saves in net today.
Yeah, Johns really showed her class on that one. She had a rough start to the game, but she's really bounced back. But to be fair, it's hard to have a lot of shots when your defense has been letting a lot through. Their defense has been doing a much better job.
Here comes Sloan Buckner for the Cadets. This one's going to be picked up out of the air by Pandora Na, handed over to Josie Kemp. Another steal for the Falcons. And as we said earlier in the keys of the game, St. John's needs to stop letting those turnovers into Good Counsel's hands as the whistle is blown. It'll be St. John's ball. Now in the hands of Sonia Leahy. And now over to Juliet Nelson. Moving in is Shannon. Spin move. She's powering her way through it. She's forced to pass it out to Kate Lutz. And Lutz with it now. Hands it over to Kimmel. Kimmel back to Lutz. Lutz looking to find a lane. No dice. Still on the perimeter. 50 seconds to go on the shot clock. Over to Nelson. Great possession time for the Cadets. Kimmel. Lots of quick passes. Nelson once again. Move in the middle. Shannon scores! Right above Claire Hansen. And the Cadets now have made a 6-goal deficit. Cutting it down.
Yeah, that was Claire-on-Claire crime right there. Claire Shannon, she has been very, very good today. Her first goal of the day, but she has contributed to almost, if not all, of the goals. She has really been the engine. I keep saying it. She's really been the engine of the St. John's team. She has gotten her teammates in good positions. She has gotten her team in good positions, and now she finally gets the recognition for it.
Speaking of, Shannon making her way to the draw dot with Pandora Na. Na's been staying there for most of the afternoon. She's been the main draw person for the Cadets, or not the Cadets, the Falcons. Now with the ball, Amber Bettis. She has 2 goals on the afternoon. And now Caroline Campbell, the first goal scorer, hands it over to Amelia Campbell. Lober with it. Reagan Lober with a bounce shot in! Reagan Lober, a great shot. and her second goal of the day for the Falcons, and they're trying to eliminate this St. John's bench.
See, so far this game, there has been a lot of high and fast shots for this Good Counsel team. Lober right there doing a great job of differentiating the shots, changing the eye angle for the St. John's goalie. She's used to seeing up high. She shot down low. She couldn't see it coming. That was a somewhat slow shot, but because it was a bounce shot, she couldn't do anything about it. Great play there.
Falcons still have a 7-goal lead now. Now have a 7-goal lead. And this one pops up. Picked up by the Cadets, number 6, Shay Wilson. And it stays with the Cadets as the third quarter horn rings. Your Falcons 12, the Cadets 5. We'll be back after these messages and the start of the fourth quarter.
We are back here playing Final Countdown in the stadium. Here is the final quarter. Your Good Counsel Falcons 12 and the St. John Cadets 5. Now coming onto the field right now, this Good Counsel team is loving life. They're having a great time. Whereas this St. John's Cadets bench, they were rowdy in the first quarter. They have been silenced by this Good Counsel dominance. This has been a great game for two seniors, the dynamic duo Annabelle Walsh and Ashlyn Gallagher, combined for 5 of their goals. They have been 2 stars this entire season.
That's Justin Sands. I'm Liam Clark. If you're just joining us, we've got one more quarter left in the girls lacrosse season. And then we'll head to the boys lacrosse semifinals, another one against St. John's, as this one will be taken away. And it'll be Falcons ball, or Cadets ball, sorry. Looks like a green card is being given out. To the Falcons bench, possibly.
Looks like the bench was a little too excited there.
The Cadets have it, and this will be popped up and into the hands of Amber Bettis, a 2-goal scorer tonight. Lober now. Open Ashlyn Gallagher. Oh, what a move! Ashlyn Gallagher gets her hat trick. And a great move. We'll head to instant replay on that. A fantastic fake. And dekes out the goalie.
Yeah, as we see on the instant replay there, she got the ball right in front of the crease. Made the goalie think she was going high to the right. Fake shot, went low to the left. What a play there by Ashlyn Gallagher. And that was nasty for her hat trick. That really just shows how Good Counsel has this game on lock and hopefully has their 5th straight WCAC Girls Lacrosse Championship on lock. Now, we're going to take 1 second here to acknowledge the seniors as this is their last home game ever at Good Counsel. So let's go down the list here. Number 1, senior captain Dana Judd. Number 3, Isabel Majette. Number 6, Annabelle Walsh with 3 goals today. Number 7, Sarah Howes. Number 8, Ashlyn Gallagher with 3 goals today. Number 14, Addison Delgandio. Number 24, Ava Panetti. Number 28, Josie Hutchcroft. This senior class has been special. I've seen it the last 4 years. It has been such a great sight to see. And now they're looking to get their 4th WCAC title in 4 years. This will go down as one of the best girls lacrosse classes, if not the best, in Good Counsel history.
Gallagher loses it out of midair. And it's going to be St. John's ball. It's going to be picked up by number 19, Emery Gentile. It's going to be ripped into the hands of Julia Nelson, a goal scorer for the Cadets today. Now Wilson has it. Over to Shannon, a leaping grab. And now to Lutz. Down low to Smith. To the top with Nelson. Into the middle. Shannon shot scores! A low shot but in. And she zips it past Claire Hansen. Falcons sell up by 7, but the Cadets looking to chip into this game.
And despite the unfortunate game for the Cadets, number 22, the Yale commit Claire Shannon, has to be leaving with her head held up high. She has been the only, almost the only life that St. John's has had today. She has contributed to almost all the goals, getting to herself. I know for a fact she got at least 1 assist. She has been very good today, and she has put the team on her back.
Pandora Na back at the draw dot along with Claire Shannon. 2-goal scorer now for the Cadets. Picked up by Lober as she powers her way through. Finds an open Josie Kemp, and the Falcons pushing in. Shot save, Lucy Johns. She stops Amber Bettis, but the whistle will be blown. It's going to be possibly an 8-meter.
And let's take a second there to relive that play by Reagan Lober. She grabbed the ball out of the air, ran over two St. John's defenders that were ran over two St. John's defenders that was trying to get her. What a play.
And now Bettis has her chance. It's in! And Amber Bettis, her hat trick now for the Falcons. And Amber Bettis, the junior and South Florida commit, shows that she is ready to take the next step next year as a junior, stepping up to a senior. And another 8-meter shot converted.
Yeah, Amber Bettis has done a great job today of getting into the 8-meter and drawing the penalty, looking like SGA out there. She has played very, very well today.
Pandora Na back at the draw dot. With Claire Shannon. or not Claire Shannon. That is going to be Shea Wilson back at the dot. This one pops up. It's going to be a false draw, and it will be Pandora Na's ball for the Falcons. Hands it over to Zamora. Over to Delgadio, another senior. Back to Zamora, and Zamora will make her way through midfield.
See, another thing that makes this Good Counsel team so good is how deep they are. Coach Haight can bring in the second string and maybe even the third string, and you won't even notice that big of a drop-off in quality.
Oh, check down. That's definitely going to be a penalty. Riley Kimmel falls, and that was a check by number 23, Isabella Zamora.
Yeah, and the senior Ava Panetti, in what may be her last ever play at Good Counsel, making the most of it. And the crowd, the St. John's crowd didn't love that, but the Good Counsel crowd did love that.
Panetti takes a seat, and Cadets will be up a player for the time being as they get it set nice and easily. Lutz has it behind the net, and the whistle's going to be blown. It'll still be Cadets' ball in the hands of Grace Haley behind the net. Oh, no, it was not. It was number 14, Kate Lutz. I'm sorry. And looks like Wilson couldn't hang on to it, and Delgadio will come out with it. And then a timeout by the Falcons. And we're going to head to commercial break. We'll be back after this. My bad.
And we are back here with just under 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Your Good Counsel Falcons 14, St. John's Cadets 6. And if you're just tuning in, this has been a dominant showing from Good Counsel. They got the lead early. St. John's started to weasel their way back a little bit, but so far the gas has not been let off. And we keep going as number 9, Mason and Marr with the... Nope.
It'll be an 8-meter shot now. And this is going to be their 12th 8-meter shot. They've converted on 5 of them, Good Counsel has. St. John's only has 4, but they have converted on 1 of them as well. And this 8-meter shot will be Maher.
Yeah, these 8-meter shots have really told the story of the game.
Scores! She redeems herself once again. And 6 for 12 on the 8-meter shots, 15-6. That means 6 goals of the 15 goals for Good Counsel have come off 8-meter shots. It just shows us how much of a killer 8-meter shots can be for a defense.
Yeah, these 8-meter shots, some of them have been just unlucky for St. John's, but some of them have been avoidable, and that kind of just tells the story of the game. St. John's, whenever they start getting an opportunity to gain some momentum or get possession, they either have a turnover or they have an 8-meter or some sort of penalty or a card. They had a window there where they were playing the game the right way, not turning the ball over, keeping good possessions on offense, and they scored 3 straight. They had their chance to get back into the game, but unfortunately, these penalties and these 8-meters and these turnovers have just absolutely destroyed them.
This one popped up high in the air. And it'll be Falcons ball picked up by Pandora Na. Na hands it to Kemp. Kemp over to Gallagher. She has a hat trick. One of the 3 Good Counsel players with a hat trick. Annabelle Walsh and Amber Bettis being the other 2. Speaking of, Amber Bettis having the ball handed over to Gallagher. Gallagher taking her time at the top.
Annabelle Walsh being absolutely face guarded there. She's just walking out of the play. Now, Good Counsel.
Possibly going to have.
It's a card for St. John's.
And the Falcons keeping in the offensive zone. Reset shot clock. They had about 50 seconds, and now they add 40 to that. They have now 90, and it's going to be, once again, another 8-meter shot. This one for Josie Kemp. Kemp getting set, moving in, scores!
And that is the 7th goal from 8 meters as the crowd goes crazy right now. The Good Counsel bench is loving it, as we see in the replay presented to you by Under Armour. It is 16-6 to your Falcons. And these 7 goals that came from the 8 meters are more than St. John's has the entirety of the game. These 8 meters have really destroyed the Cadets.
Unfortunate for them, as we have a little over 5 minutes to go here in the final frame and the final home game for some of these seniors from Good Counsel. Winning this game will send them to the WCAC championship, going to Georgetown, as Good Counsel will pick this one up. Ava Panetti with it. Panetti. This one's going to be almost intercepted, and it'll be picked up, and Harper Smith now with it. Finds Kimmel. Kimmel winds up. Spin move. And great offensive play by Kimmel, but Ava Panetti and the Good Counsel defense was there. Panetti making some great defensive plays, as it's going to be in the hands of Kate Lutz.
Panetti giving Lutz a little bit of a shove there, making sure she does not get to the goal by any means.
This one over to the hands of Harper Smith. Now at the top, Nelson has it. Nelson still has it. Centering pass picked up by Hansen. And now Josie Kemp has it. Kemp with it. Kemp pushed back, makes a move, hands it over to number 20, Finola O'Connell. Falcons still have it. Gallagher trying to make a move around. This one centering pass, no one there. Hands it over to Walsh trying to make a move in, and whistle blown. Possibly another 8-meter shot. And it's going to be a yellow card against the Cadets. Walsh with it. She's outside the perimeter. Or outside the second perimeter, I should say. Walsh with it. She has 3 goals on the night. The Denver commit does. Walsh getting ready. Hands it over to Lober. Shot. And that one's going to be shot wide. And it's going to be Shea Wilson for the Cadets to have the ball. And possession for the Cadets. This one almost stolen by Good Counsel. And looks like it's going to be another 8-meter. Ashlyn Gallagher will take this one. And now the 14th 8-meter shot attempt for the Falcons. Gallagher getting ready. Moving in. Scores! 4 goals for Ashlyn Gallagher. And now that's 4 straight 8-meter shots made by the Falcons. And it's now 17-6.
And the crowd is absolutely loving that one. Sounds like it may be the guys lacrosse team getting ready for their matchup against St. John's coming up very shortly.
Wilson and Na will meet at the dot once again. 2 minutes to go in the final quarter of the WCAC semifinal matchup. The Cadets and the Falcons battling it out here at Densell Field Klein Stadium. We'd like to thank everyone in the technical crew for helping out today on this Friday. Josie Kemp tried to make a move as she's knocked down. This one handed over to Lober as a collision happens inside the middle crease. Oops, sorry. And it'll be Cadet ball in the hands of number 33, Lucy Johns. Whistle blown as things are getting reset on the field.
And as these seniors' last home game comes to a close, my last game as a GCTV commentator also comes to a close. I just wanted to take a quick second to thank Liam Clark and Paul Scango for getting me into this. I really appreciate it. It's been such a great couple months here with the GCTV Broadcasting Network, and just the growth I've seen within the last 6 months. It's been absolutely insane to see. I can't imagine how it's going to be next year and the year after that. So I just want to thank the production crew, and yeah, this is my last game, so I'll be signing off after this one.
Justin, we want to thank you from the entire crew. We couldn't have done most of these games without you. You've been a great announcer. We love you for helping us get this club started off the ground. He's definitely one of the major contributors, and we can't thank him enough for being here. And it's going to be sad to see him go in his final game. We wish him luck at the University of Miami, not the one in Ohio, the one in Florida.
Yeah, when I come back for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'm going to stop by and check out, see how you guys are doing, and I'm going to be tuning in from Coral Gables, that's for sure.
Josie Kemp has it as we have under a minute left. The final game for all seniors in the lacrosse community for the girls' squad, as Harper Smith going to try and make a last-ditch effort. Moving in. That one's going to be shot high over the net of Katrina Patrikis. And clock will stop at around 37 seconds. It's going to be possibly another 8-meter shot. This could be the 5th one for the Cadets. It will be. Or no, it won't be. Moving back. Harper Smith with it. George Mason commit. She has a goal for the Cadets today. Smith takes a pass over to Haley. Back up to Smith. The final 30 seconds. Smith finds Nelson. Nelson looking for a centering pass on the ground. Pops out. Still on the ground. Picked up by Kimmel and a whistle blown. And here we are, the final 8 seconds here at Dansell Field for the girls lacrosse season. We do have another game. It's another St. John's and Good Counsel matchup in boys lacrosse, another semifinal for the WCAC. This one's going to be chucked up in the air, intercepted. And that'll be the end. The Falcons headed to the WCAC championship.
And as the Falcons, the senior Falcons' last game comes to a close, I'm sure they won't be too sad about it because they are going to Georgetown to go for their 4th WCAC championship in 4 years for the seniors and the 5th WCAC championship in 5 years for the program. This has been such a great season for them. Coming up next is an interview with 2 stars of the game, senior Ashlyn Gallagher and senior Annabelle Walsh. This is Justin Sands signing out. See you.
Ashlyn and Sarah. GC has made the WCAC championships. How do you guys feel about that?
I feel great. Going back for the 5th time means a lot to us and to earn our legacy and the people that played before us and for the people that are coming in.
It's so exciting just being with the same girls, and this is our 4th year and going for our 5-peat, so I'm just so excited.
Coach Haight is a very experienced and successful coach. How does he help you lead? How does he lead you guys and the team into victory?
I think our coach doesn't want us just to succeed on the field, but off the field. And even if we're not making all of our shots or not making the best plays, he's on us and he has the confidence in us, and we know just to let that go and next play.
I would say he pushes us to be our best on and off the field, and he believes in every single one of us and gives us confidence to do our best.
Awesome. You guys are a nationally ranked team. How did you guys feel coming into the game and its outcome?
I think it's great. Although we love the rankings, I think we focus one game at a time because that'll get us through the next game to get nationally ranked.
I think everything Ash said and just believing in ourselves and using our ranking to just
push us.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for your time. Hope you guys do great at championships. From Dancel Field and Klein Stadium, Zoe McPhillips, GCTV.